Alright, YouTube, this is it. Last video of today, but you're not gonna want to miss this. What you're looking at here, as you could probably guess, is 89 Accord timing belt. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick on how to change this timing belt. Real easy, so you don't get the teeth off. You keep the exact timing that you had on it. Okay. What you do is when you're gonna have to do some research on how to change or how to get the old timing belt off, but you're gonna want to mark it first. Okay, once you get the cover off. The hardest part about getting the timing belt off, really, on most foreign cars, is getting that bolt off. You have to lock the flywheel so you can get that stupid crank pulley bolt off. There's a big bolt that, man, that thing is on pretty tight. You're gonna probably have to have a air gun, a good snap-on air ratchet, and a pretty good decent air compressor. But if you don't want to go do that, you can figure out a way to take the starter off and lock the flywheel. But that's a whole nother video. But if you've gotten to the point where you've gotten the timing cover off, you've got the crank pulley off, and you don't really need a pulley to take the crank that crank pulley off. You just keep wiggling it and spray some stuff on there, some of that lubricant liquid wrench on there, and it'll get it off of there. But as you can see, I just wanted to show you a little trick once you get it off. Okay, let's say you've got to where your cover's off and you're seeing the belt and it's on the pulleys, okay, and you haven't loosened up that bolt that loosens up the belt yet. What you do is you mark it. As you can see, this should have been up this way. See, as you can mark, I marked a T for top and cam, okay, and that mark right there is where the cam used to be. And of course, this is the water. That's the water pump, and this is another pulley. But as you can tell, what you do is you mark it. Okay, like let's say this is the water pump. Okay, what I did was, you see that mark right there? Well, I have a little mark where on the water pump where that goes. I have a little mark on the camshaft where that goes. Okay, and then all you do, simple, take your new belt that you have, okay, and put it up against this one, line all the teeth up, and just count. Okay, make your first mark. Let's say as your water pump. All right, mark it at W. Okay, and then count the teeth till it gets to the next pulley that you've got marked, and mark it, and there'll be a mark on that pulley where you left it. Of course, don't forget, before you take the belt off when it's on the car, okay, make sure that you mark your pulleys. Okay, see, like that right there, that mark right there. I've got I can't remember what the heck that was for. Let's see. This is for the bottom bottom crankshaft. This is pretty important too. There's a mark on my bottom crankshaft that's white that corresponds with that. Okay, and there's a mark on my water pump that corresponds with that, and there's a mark on my timing cam. Okay, that's that big sprocket that sits there. Well, you can just imagine that sprocket sitting there like that, okay, and imagine one of those teeth has a white mark on it. Well, there it is. So now you know how to put your belt on without having to do your top dead, having to do top dead center and go through all the realignment and making sure that you have it at top dead center at first to start off with. All you got to do is mark them. You got the water pump, then count, okay, and you're going to do this. You're going to put your BC on there, and you're going to put your mark exactly where that is. Just count the teeth. Pretty easy. Then if you want to, and then you're going to go count the teeth all the way up to the what? The top cam pulley. And you're going to make your new belt exactly like this belt, with the same marks, the same things, okay? The same marks, same thing. There you go. Easy as could be. You just saved yourself, you just did it yourself. Got to be careful. Make sure you put it on, make sure that that long end is pretty tight. That long end is going to be this end right here. And it's going to be, you don't want that real loose. You got to make sure that you rotate the crank a little bit, and it'll automatically tighten that up. And then you just tighten up that bolt, and that's it. But it's just a quick little tip for you guys to help you guys out. If you're doing your own timing belt, there's a tip for you. You don't have to have it top dead center. You know that you put it on the exact same way that you took it off, just by putting your marks on there before you take the old one off, and matching it up with the new one, and match up the marks with the new one. Count. All you do is that's all I do. Makes it pretty easy. So I hope this helps you guys out. And I've probably been too long on this video already. So you guys know the drill. Subscribe. Signing off.